Roma is here. Okay. Well, so I just will introduce you the main rules one more time. We have a table topic on this when every participant answers a question without any preparation and they didn't heard this question beforehand. So we have timing rules. Each speaker has 2 minutes for the answer. If you speak less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you would be disqualified. So the first card, green light, will appear on the first minute, and it will remain up to 1 minute and 30 seconds. On the 1 minute and 30 seconds, you will see the yellow card, and it will be holding up to 2 minutes. On 2 minutes, you will see the red card, signaling that you need to over your speech, and this card will be showing you to the end of your speech without any additional signaling of overtime. Please pay attention to all time rules. Next, I will be introducing the question in the next row. First, it would be the name, then the question, then the name. For example, Yulia Kolotylo, please accept who you are, unless if you are a serial killer. Accept who you are, unless you are a serial killer, Yulia Kolotylo. Then the participant answers the question, and after, between every participant, we have 1 minute of silence for judges to complete their ballots, and after the last speaker, we have 2 minutes of silence. And we have the next order of participants. Please pay attention. The first is Iryna Kolotylo. The second participant is Franz Limeta. The third participant is Eugene Gorelikov. The first participant is Volodymyr Ukrainets. The fifth participant is Kondratova. The sixth participant is Nataly Parubocha. And the last, the seventh contestant would be Lesia. Now, the contest is due to start, so I ask all the participants except the first one to leave the room with sergeant in arms, and after every participant has spoken, sergeant in arms is Roma.
Yes.
So please take all the participants to another room, and we are just leaving in this room with the first participant, Iryna Kolotylo. All the participants have left the room, as I see. Yes. And I want to welcome to the stage Iryna Kolotylo. If you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Iryna Kolotylo.
Everyone is an artist. This is a quote from Joseph Beuys, the most famous German contemporary artist, and the last one, genius. Everyone is an artist. It means that it doesn't matter can you draw, can you build something made from clay, or dance, perform. You, as a person, is an artistic soul. So what it means that whatever you do in your life, even if it's fighting with a corruption or whatever, it's the piece of art. If I were the true artist, what would I create? I would create the global performance that engage all the people on the planet Earth and maybe beyond to make the global movement of intercultural, interconnectional global dance. Just imagine, one day, it can be September 12th, everyone who lives on the planet Earth start dancing the same single minute. And this song includes all the songs combining African beats, Hutu dances, like traditional Norwegian songs, and everybody is dancing. And let's make some video from about the space, how it would look like. I'm sure this piece of art would become very popular on the social media, and it will become viral. And maybe something idea beyond that would be discussed by all people on the planet.
That was awesome. We have 1 minute of silence for our judges. Our next speaker, with a round of applause, Franz Limeta. Please welcome. Franz Limeta. If you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Francisco Limeta.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is actually a very interesting question. Now, I know for some people, they think of artists as people that draw on walls or like paint, but I believe that my profession right now is a type of artistry. I am actually a YouTuber, a content creator, as some people might call it. So it was a hard road to that YouTube partnership. For many of you that don't know, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I mean, 4,000 watch hours is the hard part, because 1,000 subscribers, you can just make bot accounts, fake accounts, ask all your friends to subscribe, but you still have to have 4,000 watch hours. But when it comes to the YouTube space, it's a type of artistry to me because it is a very creative ecosystem. So you could be a cooker, you can cook, you can talk about dogs, you can talk about why Kiev is so awesome, you can talk about why Kiev is the New York of Europe. You can talk about anything. As for me, I am a personal finance YouTuber, and finance itself is a very interesting topic for me, and I can create a little bit of artistry in that. And you know, for me, finance is quite boring. I mean, in school, it's all about numbers, Excel spreadsheets. Finance is quite boring for a lot of people, but for me, I try to mix it with personal development, sort of inspire you to each and every day save up a little bit of money, so hopefully you can grow your accounts and things like that. So I sort of mix the artistry of numbers, of personal finance, as well as personal development. So that is why I believe that YouTube as well is a type of artistry. So thank you, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and thank you for having me here.
1 minute of silence for our judges. Of silence is over, and we are welcoming to the stage our next participant. Please welcome his with a round of applause, Eugene Gorelikov.
adore art. The paintings by Franz Limeta, by Ivan Marchuk, by Pablo Picasso. I adore, well, not the Pablo Picasso case, cubist, but I adore surrealism. And I know for the fact that some of the artists, they got really high on some psychedelics to create their art. If I would be an artist, I would create things that would pull perhaps the deepest chords from the hearts and souls of the viewers, like Hans Geiger did. Or I would pull some obscure scenes from their childhood, like Ivan Marchuk. But unfortunately, I'm not. And here I stand in front of you at the Table Topics contest. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene. 1 minute of silence, please. The time is over, and we are welcoming our next participant, Volodymyr Ukrainets. Please, round of applause. Volodymyr Ukrainets, if you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Volodymyr Ukrainets.
Well, if I were an artist, I would create magical things. For example, if you see my page in Facebook, then you will notice that I have a bird, a flying bird, a magical bird. According to the legend, this bird brings happiness. And when the people hear how this bird sings, they forget about everything which worries them and what makes them to be what makes their life to be not in peace. So I think that I create some things that must contain your health and be in peace with the nature and in good humor and good manner. Thank you.
Sun just ended. Exactly. So welcome with a round of applause to Victoria Kondratova. Victoria Kondratova, if you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Vika Kondratova.
So, creation of artistic thing is very important because without this, the world wouldn't progress. And since I work in IT, I would create something which helps people to improve their life with respect to IT. I would probably do what has been done for me with respect to create something that improves your ability to understand, interpret, and analyze information. I work with a platform which is called ServiceNow. It's help for all the service desk technicians to analyze, respond, fix, and contribute to the performance of the entire IT in the organization. It has been created a long time ago, but it's very professional tool which helps you to uniquely analyze and fix issues. It really strives and it's the market leader. What I would do, I would create something similar, but it will help people to analyze and fix problems with their HR. Because right now, HR is the engine of development and efforts to strive and develop things. I would help to create something that helps you to get the best talents in a short period of time and train them appropriately. Thank you.
Of silence is over, and I welcome in the next participant of the Tabletop Congress, Nataly Parubocha. Welcome her as a round of applause. If you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Nataly Parubocha.
So many artists are known nowadays, and everyone creates something. Someone wants to be a painter, another person wants to create films, someone wants to perform on the stage. Nowadays, there are so many people who want to be not like others. But there are so many of them that they are like others, because there are so many of them. Once I told to my mother, who is an accountant, by the way, why does she like her work, her job? And she told me, it is so creative. Why? I asked her. She told me, just take a bunch of bills and try to put a particular amount of money to the right point, to the right row. and to have the balance. In the end, it is a really creative job. Every profession can be creative for some reason, for some person. And if you, even a receptionist, or if you are working at the, I don't know, at the planting the field, it also can be creative. So, I would paraphrase this question, not to if you were an artist, what would you do? You are the artist, and what profession do you choose to be an artist?
Thank you. We have 1 minute of silence. So the time is over, and we are welcoming the last but not the least participant of today's tabletop contest, Lesia Yurchyshyn. You can have a round of applause. Lesia Yurchyshyn, if you were an artist, what would you create? If you were an artist, what would you create? Lesia Yurchyshyn.
Actually, I am already an artist. Why not? Have you ever drawn something on the paper? I think every one of us already do this. And I, from this very small girl till now to the young lady, I also draw a lot of paintings on my paper. Another one. When we talk about art, it's not about drawing. It's also about something sculpture, about some architect. I am a teacher, and I am architect of pupils' soul, of students' soul, and I am very happy about it. It's also an art to be so good in this. Another one, art. I also love when we talk about something like cinematography or theater. I am not a participant of any theater group already, but I knew that when you are on the stage, you are a really actor, and you should take all attention from audience you have. So, if I were an artist, I will create the same things I already create, and I want all of you to follow all your dreams and not to forget that you are human and it's already art. And everything you can do, you can try, it's already art.